All right, today we're going to crack the secret code of woodwind instruments. We're going to find out exactly how a simple tube of wood, or even metal, can make some of the most epic music you've ever heard.
I mean, seriously, have you ever really thought about it? You hear them in those huge movie scores and your favorite songs on Spotify, they're everywhere. So how does a hollow tube become a flute, or a clarinet, or a saxophone? Well, it's not magic, it's physics, and honestly, it's way cooler than you think.
And here it is. This is the master key to the whole thing. The one big secret is just making the air inside the tube vibrate. That one simple rule is behind every single woodwind instrument.
Okay, so the real trick is controlling that vibration. Think of it like a video game. If you have a long air column, that's like a long, slow level. The vibrations are slower, and you get a deep, low sound. But a short air column, that's a quick sprint. The vibrations are super fast, and that gives you a high-pitched sound. Long is low, short is high. Got it?
So let's get into the basic mechanics. This is like the tutorial level for understanding how pretty much every woodwind instrument works, from the teeniest piccolo to the giant bassoon.
It's really just a simple three-step combo. First, the player blows air to get that vibration started. Second, they use their fingers to cover and uncover holes on the instrument. And third, that action, covering the holes, changes how long the air column is, which creates all the different high and low notes. Simple as that.
All right, let's meet our first team. I like to call them the airbenders, because they don't use any special gear to get the sound going. This team is all about the flute and its tiny cousin, the piccolo.
So how do they do it? Well, instead of using some extra vibrating piece, the musician makes the sound with nothing but their breath. You've actually probably done this before. It's the exact same idea as blowing over the top of a bottle to make a sound. They just split their airstream right over a hole, and boom, that's what gets the air inside vibrating. It's pure skill.
So, the main player here is the flute. You've definitely seen one. It's usually made of metal, which is kind of funny for a woodwind, right? And it has this really light, airy sound. Then you've got the piccolo. This thing is literally half the size of a flute. It's tiny, but it plays the highest, most brilliant notes in the whole orchestra, a full octave higher than the flute.
Next up, let's meet squad number 2, Team Single Reed. I call these the all-rounders of the woodwind world, starring the clarinet and, of course, the saxophone.
Okay, so what even is a reed? It's just a tiny, super thin piece of wood from a plant called cane, and it's attached to the mouthpiece. Think of it like the starter in a car. Your breath is the key in the ignition, but the reed is what actually kicks the engine over. It vibrates like crazy against the mouthpiece to get the sound going.
Now let's meet the stars of this team. You've got the clarinet, which is usually made of this really dark wood and has a massive range of notes it can play. And then there's the saxophone. Now wait a second. It's made of brass, so why is it a woodwind? Because of that single reed. That's the secret. And its powerful, super flexible sound makes it an absolute star in jazz, pop, and marching bands.
All right, time to crank up the difficulty. Welcome to Team Double Reed, featuring the oboe and the bassoon. These instruments are definitely not for beginners. This is expert mode.
So this is where things get really intense. Instead of one reed vibrating against a mouthpiece, these instruments have 2 reeds tied together and they vibrate against each other. Trust me, making a good sound on one of these takes an incredible amount of breath control and pressure. It is serious business.
The oboe is pretty small and has this really piercing, distinct sound that can cut through an entire orchestra. In fact, it's so distinct that orchestras use the oboe's A note to tune everybody else. Then there's the bassoon. It's got this deep, mellow sound, and it's huge. Get this, if you could unfold a bassoon, it would be almost 8 feet long. It's just folded in half so you can actually hold it.
So we've met the instruments, but really, the instrument is only half the story. The real magic comes from the player. So let's talk about the skills you have to level up to really master the game.
To play really well, you need fast fingers to press all the right keys, which, remember, is just changing the length of the air column. You also need really strong breath support. Your diaphragm muscle has to act like an engine, pushing a steady, solid stream of air. And good posture is a must. It lets your lungs fill up completely so you can get maximum power.
And just like taking care of your phone or your gaming console, you have to maintain your gear. That means swabbing out the moisture after you play, protecting those super delicate reeds, oiling the keys so they stay quiet and smooth, and always, I mean always, using your case.
So when you put it all together, these different teams, the airbenders, the all-rounders, and the pros, they all form one epic squad. In an orchestra, they all sit together and blend their unique voices to create a sound that's way bigger and more colorful than any single instrument could ever make by itself.
So if you remember just one thing from all this, let it be this. From the highest, squeakiest piccolo note to the lowest, deepest bassoon note, it all comes down to that one simple secret: making a column of air vibrate inside a tube.
So here's my challenge for you. The next time you're listening to a movie score or just your favorite song, listen closely. See if you can identify the teams. Can you pick out the airy sound of a flute, the smooth power of a sax, or the really unique voice of an oboe? Now you've got the code, go listen for it.